Hello and welcome to Keepin Real Consumer, the channel that provides honest product reviews to your favorite products. Today we are going to be reviewing the Keurig K Classic Coffee Maker. So this is the coffee maker that basically has sort of made headlines around the world. This is the classic Keurig right here. If you're wondering roughly the size of this thing, it's about 13 inches tall, about 13 inches deep, and about 10 inches across. Now, this coffee maker is absolutely awesome. I would say this is the machine that probably single-handedly has sort of revolutionized coffee. If you want to know how this thing works, up top here, there's a button that lights up. It says for add water. So if your reservoir is low, you need that. There's a button for descaling. That's for cleaning. There's one for heating. So when you first turn it on, that one will light up until it's ready to go. And then we have one for auto off and power. And so right now I have my Keurig on. It's already heated up. And so the way this works is there's essentially like a heating element that's sort of behind the scenes within the Keurig. Nothing in the reservoir is hot right now. So all of this water that's in here, let me show you what that looks like. There's the water. It's all the way full to the top. None of that is hot. That's all cool. But when it goes through the Keurig, it heats it up and then it gives you a nice hot cup of coffee. Okay, so I kind of want to show you how this whole thing works. This right here is the little drip pan. This whole thing comes off if you want to pull that off and clean it. The top comes off. You can clean that very easily. You are going to get coffee drips, tea drips, things like that in there. That will happen. Now with the Keurig, there's also multiple accessories that you're probably going to need here if you decide to get a Keurig. For example, they make these cool little 3-drawer holders that go underneath. So right now, one of my favorite coffee brands is Cameron's, and I really like these pods. You kind of have a choice with the Keurig if you're going to go with pods or if you're going to go with what they refer to as K-cups. That's these. Personally, I honestly feel like the pods taste better, and also the K-cups are made of plastic. They can be, obviously have environmental impacts, whereas something like these little pods are 100% biodegradable, the entire thing, including the little ring there. So I usually go with those. But you're going to need a holder to hold all this stuff. And I would tell you what's really nice with the Keurig is it does more than just coffee. You could have coffee, you can have cappuccino, you can do tea. This is a little thing that we use for tea. So the top opens up, you put your tea bag in here, you just kind of smush it in there flat, and then you seal it and you put that in the Keurig, okay? It's really simple and easy to use. But I wanted to show you what this looks like when I put my coffee cup in here and do this. Now, you have options up here. You can see here it's kind of like a little teacup, a mid-sized, or a full coffee cup. Now in my cup right here, it'll usually fill it somewhere about an inch from the top. So that's about how much you get. And then I tend to put in something like this sugar-free creamer here. This is one of the ones I really like. So I'll pair that up with the Cameron's. The Cameron's is this stuff right here. This is some of the best coffee I've found to date. I absolutely love it. And this scent right here, this toasted southern pecan, it smells so good, guys. This is like an amazing smell of coffee. So this is probably my top one. The vanilla hazelnut is number 2. And I would say they make a blend that's out of Hawaii, a Hawaiian blend. That's probably my number 3. They do have probably about 20 different blends of coffee, though. So with this, if I go ahead and take this southern pecan, the way this works here with the Keurig is you open the lid, you put it right on top here, you shut the lid, and once you do that, it'll start flashing. So then I pick the size that I want, which is this one right here, and then it's going to start squirting out the coffee right there. So it's running that heated water over there. You can see the steam coming off, and you can hear it coming out here. This is what it looks like coming out of the Keurig. So just a really, really easy to use machine. You know, in the old days, you always had to make a full pot of coffee. You don't have to do that anymore if you have one of these. This is also our main Keurig. I have another one that's the thinner kind of sleeker, a little more modern version of the Keurig. And that one's sort of my travel version, right? It can't hold as much in the Reservoir, which is why I like this one as our main one. And I was going to show you as well, whenever I'm filling this thing up, I usually do roughly about, I think it's 2 of these, so probably about 8 cups of water will fill up that Reservoir. So you can see here, now that it's done, what's it doing? Well, it's heating, right? So it's technically heating up so it's ready for the next cup, okay? So I usually let it kind of go, or I'll turn it off. So if you know you're going to be having more than 1 cup, if you have multiple people, I let it heat up before I open the lid, okay? So that's really important. You got to let it heat up first. So if we let it just heat a second, once it's done, the red heating light will come off and it'll light up blue. It's right about ready. There you go, just like that. And so when I open the top, I'll take this off of here, and then it's done. So that pod has been used. Now, believe it or not, these pods are actually great for your landscaping, your flowers. Plants absolutely love coffee grounds, so you can save these, you can cut the bottoms, and then you can dump it on your plants as fertilizer. And I do that probably about once every 2 to 3 weeks. So I've got a little area here where I save them, and that's that. So in this particular case, we're not doing another cup, so I'll probably just turn this off. So if I turn it off right now, that's it. And then my cup is done. And now all I have to do is add my sugar-free creamer. And this is going to be one amazing cup of coffee. So let me just kind of show you what this looks like. Because, you really don't get the full effect unless you see kind of what this looks like here. So let me try and show you this. It's a little tricky to do with one-handed. But I add the creamer, just like that. And with the temperature that the coffee comes out, when I add this creamer, the creamer is refrigerated, it still is nice and warm. Really makes a very good blend overall. And that's it, just like that. So there's a fantastic cup of coffee right out of the Keurig Classic. Like I said, I use this machine every single day. It's a fantastic machine. In terms of any opportunities here with the Keurig, I don't know if I have any major ones. Sometimes the Reservoir can get dirty. You're going to have to clean the lid. You're going to have to clean these things, kind of keep up on it. In terms of overall, though, it's just a good machine. It's a great machine, great design. I like how you can use the accessories with it. It's very functional overall. You can see why they sell 10,000 units of these a month. I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer here to use this instead of just making pots of coffee. And it makes an absolutely fantastic cup. I like to joke around that the 2 things I drink now are coffee and Diet Coke, and this is why, because it makes a fantastic cup of coffee. So the bottom line here is that this is the Keurig K Classic coffee maker. And I'll go ahead and leave the QR code up right now. I'll go ahead and post in the description as well some of these other items. Like I said, the Cameron's coffee is absolutely awesome. The sugar-free creamer goes excellent with it. You can get these little strainers, a little bin. I'll put some of this stuff in there that you really need to go along with the coffee maker. And then you'd essentially be all set. So if you're looking for fantastic coffee, this is the machine for you. It is the Keurig Classic. You could also, as I mentioned, get the slimmer version. The one thing to be mindful of with that, though, is that the Reservoir is smaller, meaning you need to refill it more, which is one of the reasons I really like this one. So, as always, this has been Keeping It Real Consumer, the channel that provides honest reviews to your favorite products. And this has been the Keurig K Classic Coffee Maker.